Campers, dinner again. I said I would make 5 cards with the hand-delivered stamp set. I've done 2 with this, 1 with the balloons. I've used the cake tonight, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll do the books another night. Not every single night this week I'm going to do it, but... So I decided I couldn't pick which colours to use. So I thought I'd try them in all the colours. So I've done... This was gifted to me by the beautiful Inge, Kay. So I've used her embossing folder. These were gifted to me the other day. They're in red, dark red and white. And these beautiful happy birthday... they're wooden plaques. There's 5 of each. One says... This is your special day. 5 of those. 5 said happy birthday and the other 5 said stay cool. Which I thought they were really jazzy. They're like plastic wood, but they're just painted wood, I think. But they're so cute. So I thought I'd use them as well. And you can colour them. So this is the pineapple punch one. And the beautiful punch that was gifted to me today by the gorgeous... well... You won't see this till it goes. I'm ahead of time again. Let me just get this up. So, you won't see this until the 3rd of June, which is Saturday probably. I am well ahead of myself. Let me see what day. It's now Tuesday the 29th. You won't get to see this till Sunday. Oh my word, Sunday the 3rd. So, yeah, this was gifted to me today on Tuesday by the lovely Denise Whitehurst, who sent in another 130 cards. So I thought, yeah, look at the cake. I did 2 different types of yellow to go with the yellow. I didn't have 2 different types of peach, which is, this is Grapefruit Grove. So I just did her a little pink skirt. And I've coloured this in with... pumpkin pie, the blends, because it seems to work better with the blends. Oh yeah, and I made a boo-boo once, and you know, like I went to lift it up and it dropped, so it's like a shadow in, but the others haven't. It just says love celebrating you inside. Then I've done the lovely lipstick, absolutely gorgeous. I used the light rich raspberry and the light cherry cobbler, which I thought went lovely with this. And then I used the light cherry cobbler on there as well. And again, love celebrating you inside. This is Call Me Clover, which is beautiful. So I used Old Olive, and down here, this is, believe it or not, is the pale Bermuda Bay. And I thought it went lovely. And this embossing folder is just divine. Again, I've stamped the backs. Love celebrating you. This beautiful embossing folder was gifted to me, like I'm saying, by the gorgeous Inge K. And it says, it's your day, eat cake, candles, celebrate, party, hip hooray. And it's just lots of things to celebrate a birthday. So I used them on the background for the embossing folder. I just thought it was so cute. So I've done a set of 5, or will have done, by the time we do this last one. And this one is going to be in... the blueberry bushel. So my card is thick cardstock. It's 8 1/4 by 5 7/8, and I've scored at 4 1/8. So we're just going to fold and burnish our score line. I've got my blueberry bushel layer, which is 3 7/8 by 5 5/8, and I'm going to run that through the big shot in a moment with that gorgeous embossing folder. I have a piece of gold foil sheet. This is, I can't remember, 3 inches by 3 3/4 inches. This is what is going to be punched out on the just down the sides, and it fits perfectly in between those gaps. And my Whisper White is 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. It's the same length. So by the time we've punched down the sides, it's just going to give that gorgeous decorative edge. And I'll show you that punch in a moment. Absolutely beautiful. And then the last of the birthday. And I'm going to use the light of the Night of Navy with this one, because the blends work better, I think. I think the markers take a little bit longer to dry, but Just beautiful. And then again, these beautiful love hearts which were gifted. And I will then put them in the box, and I will give a ticket, one to Inge, and I will also give one to Denise, and I will also give one to Karen Resenbrink, who gifted the gems and the wooden plaques. So, ta-da! Let's get going. And I'm using, like I say, the cake, Love Celebrating You, and the legs, obviously. And I've left all the skirts plain because I don't want to take anything away from the embossing folder, which is here. It's just beautiful. I'm going to lay my card in, and it fits perfectly once it's been cut to size, and it gets every single one of those words in, both sides, top and bottom. I'm going to close that up. I'm going to stick you on pause for 2 minutes, and I'll be back. So I'm back after running that through the Big Shot. Love the fact that my Big Shot is literally at the side of me now. It's great. And look at that. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? It fits in perfectly. So when we're layering our piece here, it runs through this hip hip hooray, and this hip hip hooray giving me 2 squares, two lines of wording, top and bottom. It's just a matter of centralising it then, but they fit right through the centre of both those. So it helps to me to also mark up my cardstock. So this is great. So thank you for those gifts, you wonderful, wonderful ladies, you. I'm going to grab my glue, and I'm just going to add this onto my card base. You'll be sick of seeing this hand delivered soon, and you'll be like, oh my god, I can't watch another one. I absolutely adore it. I think it's outstanding, and when I saw it on stage, I was like blown away by a hostess gift. I know. It's just so pretty and so versatile. And I've had a lot of people say they didn't like it until they actually see some of the cards made with it, which is great. For those of you who are crafting and produce something beautiful with this set. So I'm going to bung these to one side. Bung. I'm going to pop them to one side. That sounds so classy. Bung. Sounds like I need the loo, but I don't. I'll grab my coffee and have a good swig. We're going to be doing some colouring in a moment and some stamping. First of all, this was gifted to me by the lovely Denise Whitehurst. It was an absolute darling. She sends in cards. She sent over 770 cards for this wonderful cause already. So there's a little liner here on both sides in silver. What I'm going to do is push my card up as close as I can to there, because it will then give me a full circle, or one of these circles at the end. So I need to push that there. And if you want a rounded corner, it even gives you a display here. Once you've gone one side, where to angle it so you get the perfect corner as well. And that's great. So it's literally right up to that line. I have left just so I can see the line. And then I punch down. Then I come along. There is a little bit of... so I come along then to my second. No, yeah, my second. Oh, my light is gone. Because I don't know what's happened. I'm getting the glare, see, off the foil. I'm making sure that it's lined up perfectly. Oh, I've got a tiniest little nick there. Look, so it gives me perfect corners on both ends. So I'm going to do that again on the other side. Pop it up to that line. Press. Press. And press. And I get that perfect pattern down both sides. Isn't that lovely? Get rid of my bits now. Absolutely brilliant. I love edge border punches. I think they're great. I think we need a few more of these. I've got the tear ticket one, and I've got another one, but it actually doesn't do anything to your card. It just gives you a strip. So when we've stamped and punched and coloured our piece, it gives you that perfect edge either side. And the card is exactly the same length. Just love it. Beautiful. I'll set that to one side. I can fetch my ink in now. Now I know which side I've used for the back. I'm going to stamp my Stampin' Up logo on the back, because these are going for charity. I'm going to fetch in these luscious legs, as I call them. She does look a bit bandy, but I'm stamping her pretty close to the bottom, because I know then I've got space for my cake on top. And you've got the hands down there, and there's a little gap in between her hands for a waistband. As long as you line that up in there, you're going to get it perfect every time. Isn't that lovely? Absolutely adorable. While the ink is out, I'm just going to stamp my sentiment in the centre, and it says, "Love celebrating you." Perfect. So I can clean them off now later. Might be a relatively quick card, but just something else I promised I would do. 5 cards, different cards, not all the same. This just counts as one. But yeah. So legs first and hands. I always go for the ivory first, because if I need to come back and darken them, I can after they've been dried out a little touch. What I do when the first coat is dry, come back in then and do some shading, because once you dry you can layer up the colours. So these will be in the charity box as well, Lorraine, so yay. And we're getting really close to 6,000 now. Honest to God, I have never felt so proud of all you lovely ladies. We are 5,751 cards. OMG. And I'm just going to put me, Karen, Denise, and Inge. You're all going to get a ticket, my darling. All of you. In fact, I'm going to get them out now. I've said if I ever make anything with anything that somebody has gifted to me and it comes in a set of 5, they will get a ticket. So we've got the gorgeous Karen, Rensenbrink. Whoops. We've got the gorgeous Inge K. And beautiful, beautiful Denise Whitehouse. And I always put WH for her, because it's a long surname. And mind you, so is Karen's, hey. But there we go. That's what they like in the box for me, so I know who they are. So I will shortly be stamping them, sealing them, and popping you in the box. Right, now for this skirt. I want, I'm going to go for a really pale blue skirt. Or am I going to go for a dark and do a pale blue cake? I don't know. I think we'll try the pale blue cake. So I'm using the dark pool party. Could have left this one white actually, but no, I'm doing the skirts and the card, all trying to match them with a bit of you don't have to, it's just my preference. The wonderful, and I've just had a beautiful lady. Her name is, I'll tell you now. The Scottish Crafter. She's put, "This horrible illness took my nana from me. Count me in, hon. This is a fantastic cause. How do I get your address for postage?" And I've answered her. Thank you for that if you're watching, my angel. I lost my husband, my nan, my bamb. It's a horrible, cruel disease. You know, my husband now He's lost a few family members to cancer as well. Just an awful, awful thing for anyone to go through, my darling. And your Nana is one of the most precious things in the world to you. And I can tell the way you type your message that your Nana meant the world to you, my darling. And I so appreciate you wanting to join in. So I'm using, this is the pale Night of Navy. And I think that it's going to stand well against this colour. I just love colouring anything, and just going over these bits as well, darker. You can keep going back over them just to add shade, because this would be completely shaded off. And I'm not really colouring when you think about it, I'm just drawing the colour up. I'm doing it twice because you don't see the brush marks then. It sort of blends into, so it looks like it's been painted, or it's a naturally, so darken them, darken them. Just perfect. So there's her dress. Oh, I've got a sniffle, terrible sniffle. So what I'm going to do is come in with the dark, and this is going to be for her shoes. Perfect. Lovely. I'm just going to grab my grey. And you're all wondering what the grey is for. It's for the tray cake, because they always come on a silver platter tray. So that's for the cake tray. My wedding cake came on a grey tray like that. Absolutely brilliant. We had a 5-tier wedding cake and it was absolutely stunning. Full of roses from top to bottom. Absolutely. Was it 5? No, 4. I don't know. 4 or 5. But it was absolutely amazing. Amazing. So I'm using my light old olive for the leaves, and I'm using the smaller nib because this detail is so tiny, and a few dots and a few pulls on the brush, and it's done. Lovely detail though in this stamp set. It's in awe of me of how they get such detail in such a little rubber stamp. It's just amazing. And the attention to detail just outstands me. It does. It's just beautiful. So I'm coming in with the pumpkin pie dark just for the centre of my flowers. I did it on all the others. I'm just dotting the centre. Oh, there goes the tongue. It was just about to poke out then because I was going quiet. When I go quiet, it means my tongue's coming out. Just have a concentration. Always does it. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do with them colours, but what I'm going to do with my light pool party, normally I go round them with grey, but my grey one is not working too well. So if you've noticed, I have got the tiniest faint blue line going all the way around just to make her pop off the page. And I think it shows just as well, like on the yellow. Do you see it? I left the flowers white on this one. It's just beautiful. And I'm going to leave the flowers white on this one as well. So I'm just going all the way around the outside to create like a shadow effect on my card. And I think I'm going to have to reorder another grey in the pale. My dark grey is fine, but that would be too dark to go around your image. It's squeaky, I know. And yet I laid them flat. One end is absolutely... In fact, I'll show you the other end. It's brilliant. I can get the lid on. Perfect. I just don't want such a thick line. But this just adds shadow. I know my cake is blue, but this will dry a lot paler. A lot paler. So what I'm going to do again now is just grab this dark again, and I'm going to just darken my cake a little bit more. Got to wait for it to dry. You can keep going over, but you don't want your paper to buckle, because that's what happens if you apply too much moisture. Different if you're using watercolour card, but you're not, so I just find this so therapeutic. Oh, I love it. There we have it. There's my lovely lady done. I know, it's over too quick. Stop it. Oh, I've got the sniffles today. I think it's the change, because it's so... It's our bedroom. We've got 10-foot windows in our bedroom. They're huge. I will flatten that down, don't worry. And it lets in so much light in the mornings. Oh, we've got a blackout blind up there. Oh, God, it's just horrendous. The heat that comes through our windows, and we are having this beautiful weather. Absolutely is stifling in the mornings. Absolutely. So just grab your bone folder if you haven't been able to get a straight line like I just did. Oh, excuse me. And squash it down. I like to squash my paper, mine down anyway, because when I pull my backing tape off, I know it's stuck to the card well and truly good. What I do now, I'm going to line this up. Sorry about the glare, it will be gone in a second. So I'm lining it up right at the bottom and right down this one side, because I've measured the gap and I know it's exactly 2.5 inches in between those pizza in between there and there. 2.5 inches. Beautiful. So just rub this down. Grab some dimensionals, because I popped them all on dimensionals. You will need an extra one for here, because I want it all the way along, and also a mini one to go right on the end. I know it comes with its own one on, but I just like it. You know, if somebody touched it, it wouldn't, this way the balance would be kept perfectly straight, so perfect. Love that way. I'm getting them off. That's brilliant. So here goes that lining up. See, if I put that there, then I've got 3 lines there. So if I put that there, making sure my gap is either side. Whoops. And then I get that perfect alignment down there as well. So this embossing folder, oh, that looks a bit crooked actually. She says opening a gob. Let's see if I can get it off. That's better. Yes, that did look a little bit crooked. I have to follow this line here as well. Let me see. No, it still looks a little bit crooked. That's better. That's better. Yay! Oh, sorry about sniffling all the time. So you just grab your blend. It will lighten, I promise, and you can still see your happy birthday through it. And there we have it. It's dry already. Isn't that brilliant? So remove your backings. Oops. But what a gorgeous little punch to do this beautiful job. Now I'm trying to line my eye up with the end of the paper right at the top, so I can sit that basically right on top of there. Just lovely. If you see any little bits of white there, come back in with your pen. Don't want to go over the happy birthday too much. It's basically just around the outside. There we go. Whoa, I've done it. It's perfect. And then our gorgeous love hearts, which were gifted as well. And I've popped one down here. Show a little love. I got one. I add it here where it says party. And then one more down by this C for cake. And that is my number 4 card. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. And look at the way the little pale blue has popped off the page. So now we've got our, I've got them in order of Blueberry Bushel, Grapefruit Grove, Pineapple Punch, Call Me Clover, and Lovely Lipstick. So there are my 5 cards for this wonderful charity. And yeah, for your lovely cause, Gaynor. And you ladies are here for your tickets. They're going in the box. I'm just going to grab my fuse. Absolutely wonderful. And I do like to contribute sometimes. I would love, well, all my cards, all of my cards that I've made up until now, when I've been doing the thank you cards, and I think I've made about 70 thank you cards over the past few weeks. So I think I've got enough, because me and Lorraine are going to send them out between us. I will probably end up sending you all a thank you card. But if you sent your address to me in Christmas challenge, I've got them. But I don't know why I didn't start writing them down this time. But for some reason, I haven't got everyone's address this time. So if you didn't send any cards during the Christmas card challenge, please email me your address. It's gaynor.boyce, all lowercase, at sky.com. And I will then write them in the book. So the lovely Pauline Sharp, your cards came today. I wrote your address down, my darling. I've already got Denise's, Inge's and Karen's, because they've all sent cards from the first challenge. I don't know why I didn't write them down. I'm just thinking, oh, what if they don't get pulled out the hat? But then I never thought about the thank you cards. So naughty me for not doing that. So you can even add decoration to your envelopes. Cellophane bags. All sorts. But I'm just going to leave them out like this. Pop them in the bag. I'm going to have to order more of these. I'm running low. I order them by the 1,000. But I have had these since the Christmas challenge. So they all get sealed, popped in a bag, nice and neat. And they will go into the bag for the charity. They've all had their Stampin' Up logo on the back. I sometimes stamp my logo on there as well. But when it's a cause like this, I'm not promoting nothing apart from this wonderful cause, which people can see online. So I don't do it for business purposes. I don't sell any of my cards. I just do it for charity. I will make you a card if you ask, but I won't charge you for it. I don't charge for my cards. I donate. Never have sold a card yet. I wouldn't want anyone to... I do this for my therapy. And if I can make a card for you whilst I'm having a bit of therapy on the go as well, then you've paid me in kindness. So I would never charge you for my cards. Absolutely brilliant. One more cellophane bag, if I can find it. There we go. Yeah, no, I never ever charge for my cards. A lady messaged me a couple of weeks ago. Her friend was passing away, bless her, and her sons were turning 21. Twin boys, but their birthdays aren't till November, but she didn't have that long, and asked me if I could make two 21-year-old birthday cards so she could write them early. Oh, God bless her. I never charged a penny. Sent them the next day as soon as the day after I was asked, I did the cards, and the following day I sent them, and she thought they were amazing. So God bless that lady having to write that message. But no, let's not finish on a hull now. Let's finish on a high. 5 stunning cards for this wonderful charity. I hope you've liked watching me make them. And I do hope you give me a thumbs up. But if you want to watch all my other videos, press the subscribe button and the little bell after, and you'll be notified of all future videos. Until then, come back and see me again soon. Love you all. Bye.